One of my favorite optimistic closures will be one takeaway that I have, and it causes students to kind of think back. They can turn and talk with a peer, share ideas, and then share out with the class. And I want you to turn and talk to the person near you, and you're going to respond by saying, one thing I can do to show someone I care about them is, and I'm going to set my timer. When the timer goes off, we're going to bring our eyes back and our ears back on Mrs. White, and we're going to share out. Sounds good? I'm able to see if the lesson had an impact on all or most of the students, and if there's a student that perhaps didn't quite understand the lesson or what should have been learned, I can go back, one-on-one, and we can review that particular skill. All right, who wants to share out? Me. So what is one thing you can do to show someone that you care about them?
Give them
Jada.
presents.
Perhaps give them presents. What's something else that you can do? I noticed that when I use the strategies, I find a way to make sure all of my students are engaged. I get to float around, talk with different groups. If I see someone who's kind of shying or backing away from participating, I can ask just some probing questions to get their brains kind of going and talk about what it is that we've learned for the day.
An optimistic closure is something that the students, they get to talk. And so they have to be good all day. They have to be quiet in the cafeteria. They have to be quiet while walking down the hallway. And so this gives them the chance to shine, and they get to express their feelings. And so I think that is so important for them to just release that time that they have with their peers. So when you see someone that doesn't look happy, what do you think you should do, Justin? Cheer them up. So what can you do to cheer them up? And if you could just see the expression on their face when they get to say, oh my gosh, can we have 2 or 3 people in a group, Miss Miller-Williams? I'm like, yes, of course. I don't care how many people you talk to. Just get it out, because we don't want them to feel sad, because sometimes you do feel sad when sometimes things happen. Okay?
Maybe you could play with him.
Maybe you can play with him. That sounds like a good idea. And so I just think that it's important for them to just come in and express what they want to talk about. And sometimes it may be good and sometimes it may be bad. And they do exercises and they move around and they get to stretch. And then after that, they feel a whole lot better. So we do that, and we do our breathing, our starfish breathing. Okay. Think about what makes you happy, because Clifford made the people at the hospital happy at the end. All right? I'll go first. I am happy when it's the weekend.